Join can be done based on a common column, okay, with on condition, right? So there are four different types of joins we are having: inner join, outer join, cross join, and self join, right? And in outer join, there are three subtypes: a left outer join, right outer join, and full outer join. So first join type we have seen yesterday, inner join, which is the most common join in real time, right? Because we need to look for the related data and accurate data only. So inner join is the most common type of join we are having. Inner join is used to retrieve the data from both the tables wherever there is a match found. Okay, so inner join will retrieve only those data if the data matches between two tables. Okay. Then we have seen the left outer join, which is used to get the data from like all data from the left table and only matching data from the right table. Okay. Then the column containing null do not match any values when you are creating an inner join and are therefore excluded from the result set. Null value do not match with other null values, right? So null will not match with other null value that also we have seen. And in the left join, when we are having non-matching values, okay, into another table, that all will be like displayed as a null values. Okay, from the left table, it will get all the result, and if there are any other values we are having in the right table which are not matching with the left, it will display as a null records. Okay, then we have looked for the started to looking into the right outer join as well, right? And in the right outer join, we have seen like the reversal of left outer join, right? Where the we are getting all the records from the right table and only the matching records from the left table, right? So see, the SQL right join returns all the values from the right table. It also includes the matched values from the left table. And if there is no matching in both the tables, it will return the null values, right? So we have seen with example. So let's say we want to see all the data of the employees, okay? Or we can say we want to see all the departments where the employees are not assigned to any of the departments. So that department also will be the department also will be available into this right join, because we are using right join. So it will take all the data from the right table. Right table is nothing but the table mentioned in the join condition, not from the from condition. So if you execute this, we will get all the departments, and there will be, okay, employed departments. No, sorry, I missed. I just interchanged the table, right? We want the departments table in the right condition and employee in the left. So then only we will get the data, all data from the right table. So there will be some departments where there are no employees. Okay. So there are three departments for which there are no employees. Still, we are getting those department values here. And we could see the employee ID and employee name will be null for those departments because those are non-matching records. Okay. Also, we have seen yesterday, like if you interchange the table as well, you will get the same result with the left join as well, right? So instead of right join, let's say you are using the left join here and you are using department table in your first list, okay, and employee table in the second. Both will give you the same result. Left and right join, both will give the same result if you just interchange the tables out there. Okay, here also you could see null as a employee ID and name, and departments are displayed out here. Okay, so either you interchange the tables or you change the type of join. Both should looks similar. Okay, with respect to the result set. So mostly we will go with the left join here. Okay, and if you want, you can interchange the table. Now the question says, let's say you have been asked to write a query. Okay, write a query for which Okay, to write a query to get the department names for which the employees are not assigned, or we can say under which there are no employees. No employees tagged. So how you will write a query for this one? Let's say using left join or right join. Anyway, I will use the right join. You are using the right join and you are getting this data. Okay, in right join, we know like we will get all the records from the department table. But we want only those departments where employees are not assigned or there are no employees in that department.
What department ID is null?
So 14, 15, 16.
No, see, when we are
Why?
saying there are no employees, so employee ID should be null, right? Not the department ID,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. Where
So
Where
the
So
employee ID
department
is
ID is
null.
null?
last three one.
right, so that we have to get. How we can get where uh,
Employee
employees are
ID
not assigned in the sense employee ID is
is null.
null,
Is null.
right? So if you see, you'll get only those departments where there are no employees. Okay.
Mhm.
We are getting research and development as well because in that we are having the employee ID as well, employee ID null as well in that as well, the first department. Okay, just to check, we can see without where condition I'm running. Okay, we can see the first department as well there, which is having no employee ID. Okay, so we'll be getting all those employees where the sorry, all the departments where the employee ID is null. Okay, so like this, you can filter out the data, okay, which is non-matching data only, right? So with this is only a non-matching record we'll be getting. Okay, then what about the full outer join? This is left and right outer join. What about the full outer join? So full outer join is a type of outer join where we will get the results
On the
from
record.
both the tables, whether it is matching or non-matching. Okay, so the SQL full join or a SQL full outer join is the result of combination of both left and right outer join, right? So it is a combination of result of left outer join and right outer join. And the join tables have all the records from both the table. It puts nulls on the place of matches not found. So wherever there is no match found, it will put the null values. Okay, full outer join or full join are same. Generally, it is also known as SQL full join. Okay, so the syntax is again same. Just we need to mention full join out here instead of right join or left join. What we mention is we mention here full join or full outer join. Anything is fine. When you run this query, you will see we are getting all the records from both the tables. Okay, now these are the matching records because for which we have the departments matched. Okay, but now if you see this record number one or employee number 111 and 112, there is no department, but still we are getting that record. Okay, and wherever there is no match, I mean no department ID present into the employee table, we are getting null as a values against that. Okay, similarly, we are having some departments where the employee is not available, but still those also we are getting, and we are getting the null as an employee ID. So non-matching records from both the tables we will get, and matching records from the both the tables also we will get. So that is what full outer join. Full outer join will return the rows, okay, from both the tables, whether it is matching or non-matching. And wherever there is a no match, it will pull the null values there. Okay. These are the all three types of what we say outer join. Okay. Then next type of join we are having is a okay self join. We will see later on. We will see cross join first. Okay. Cross join. Okay, this is I believe it is not used in the real time much. Okay, but sometimes to get all the combination we use. But yeah, this is not highly used join type. We can say even I have not used this join type in my career till now in real projects. Okay, so cross join operation is in a SQL is used to combine the multiple tables together into a single table. Okay, so if we use cross join on two different tables, we will get the Cartesian product as a result set. Cartesian product in the sense, let's say we are having 10 rows in table A and 5 rows in table B. So in the result, what or how many rows you will get is multiplication of number of rows from both the tables. So 10 into 5, 50 rows will be get into the result set. Okay, so what it will try to do is each value from table A will be mapped with each row from the table B. Okay, each row from the table A will be mapped with each row from the table B and similar, and that is why we will be getting the Cartesian product. That means number of rows from table A into number of rows into the table B. That will be the final number of rows using this cross join. Okay, so if we use the cross join to combine two different tables, we will get the Cartesian product of sets of rows from the join table. Okay, where each row from first table is combined with each row from the second table. It is known as Cartesian join or a cross join. After performing the cross join operation, the total number of rows present in final table will be equal to the product of number of rows present in table 1 and table 2. Okay, that is what the final table or the final result set rows will be getting. Okay, we can see the syntax is bit difference here because we will not have the on condition here. Why we will not have? We just need to uh, get the Cartesian product. So we don't need to have any common column between these for joining these two tables. It can simply pull the data from both the tables. Okay, irrespective of whether it is match or no match, it is trying to it will uh, map each row from one table with each row from another table. We can see with this example here what we have. Select star from your dot departments. Okay, so we have total rows as like 22 rows we are having 14 into 8. Okay, so if I join these two tables using a cross join, I will get in the final result set number of rows will be 14 into 8. Okay, so whatever the final count will be having, that will be the count of records from one table into count of records from second table. So we'll be getting almost 112 records from this result set. What is the query we are having for this? Let's say I will be using the same number of columns. Query ID. Okay. From the table name is employee data. Okay. And cross join with departments. So that's all we are having as a syntax for this cross join. We will not have any on condition. I will add the name as well in the select list. Okay, so this is the syntax for the cross join. And if I execute this, we will be getting almost 112 records in the result set. So how it is happening? for each row from one table. Okay, so employee ID 1 we are having. So, so this will be mapped with this department, the data from another table. Then same employee ID 1, second department. Same employee ID 1, third department. Okay, so like this,
Actually,
each
it will
of
repeat the record for like couple times, right?
right. So every time, like we can see in the reverse order as well. So there is a first department. So first department is like tagged
It's
with
like a
all the
replicate,
employees.
right?
Right. It is replicating with all the employees. Second department, it is again replicating with all the departments. Third department, replicating with all the employees, 14 employees, and so on. Okay, so like this, it will replicate all the values for each and every employee present into the employee table. Okay, so it is having duplicated data, incorrect records. Actually, there are employees which are not tagged to do those department, but still we will get the into the result set. Okay, because of
The
this
cross join, don't we
cross.
need the on queries, on kind of query
Right,
on?
on condition is not required for this cross join.
Yeah, only for
Okay,
right. Except
right.
cross we use, yeah. Okay.
On condition is required for all the other types of join except cross join.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we'll be having the
What is mostly cross join is used for?
column list from table 1 cross join table 2. So this is what the syntax we are having for the cross join. There is no on condition. Okay, we are having in the cross join. Simply select list from table 1 cross join table 2. Okay,
Mm.
that's it we are having.
Excuse me, sir. So what is like
Yes.
cross join mostly used for in the daily base?
Yeah, that is what it is not used in the real time. Okay, I have never used this type of join in any of my project till now. Okay, but if you want to see variety of combinations of the records, that in that case, this will be used. Like let's say, what we can have the example. Hmm, yeah, let's say you're working for an e-commerce company, okay? Any e-commerce company we are having, and we are having some product details in one of the table. Another table is holding the information about the different colors, okay? Uh, and you wanted to see the combination of all the product variants. Like we are having product called let's say you are having a product called shirt, okay, or you are having product called trouser, and in another table you are having all the colors like red, blue, black, white, okay, and you wanted to see the combination. So shirt plus red, shirt plus blue, shirt plus black. So like this result you will get if you join the table with cross join, and this will be done for each and every product because uh, each row from one table will be combined with each row from the other table. Okay, this is just as an example. Okay, that might not be used also. Okay, but I'm just showing up one of the example where we can use the cross join. Okay, so yeah, this is what we are having. Then yeah, we were talked about the self join there. Okay, self join. Okay, so normally self join is not a separate type of join we are having. Okay, it is like I mean we cannot simply say it is a separate join type we're having, but this is a separate concept because in self join we will join the tables with itself. Okay, either it is with like with inner join or with left join.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, yeah, let's see self join. Top on here. Okay, so it is saying self join. So self join allows you to join a table to itself. So how to join a table to itself? This is used in the real time as well. Okay, when you, and there will be a need to join the table with itself. Okay, and to join a table with itself, it is not possible to join unless and until we have the two different tables. Okay, so simply if I'm trying to join this table here, let's say I'm joining this table. Okay, and I'm saying like join or inner join, and again trying to join with employee data. Okay, it will throw the error here. It is like a red line is coming here. Okay, but this is possible if you consider a different table, departments table. It will not throw any error. We can write on condition and the table will be joined together. So how to join the same table with itself? Okay, so for this we use the alias name. Okay, so if you use alias name for both of this table, let's say it is called, I'm calling this as an employee table and this is calling as a like manager table. Okay, so this time it will not throw the error. It will allow you to add these two tables here. Okay, why it will allow you? Because alias name are different, so it is considering these two are the two different tables. So using alias, we are going to join the two tables together. Sorry, one table together, okay, using a common column. So self join allows you to join a table to itself. It helps query hierarchical data or compare rows within the same table. Okay, so normally the use case of this self join is to get the hierarchical data. Okay, for example, in our this employee data table, we are having additional column called manager ID. Okay, so this table is explanatory, self-explanatory to see who is employee and whose manager is who. Okay, so let's say I'm talking about employee ID 1, the employee is John Smith. Okay, and if you wanted to see who is the manager of this John, so manager is 103 ID. Okay, so 103 belongs to Michael. So Michael is the manager of John. Okay, then under Michael, there are some other employees as well, like Sophia and Daniel, employee ID 104 and 105, because for this employee ID 101, 104 and 5, the manager ID is same 103, which is of this Michael Brown. Okay, but I want to get this data. What I need is I need the data like this: employee ID, okay, employee name, and I need the manager name as well. Manager name. Okay, I would say designation as well. I need in the result set. I want the data in this way. Whether do we have manager name stored separately anywhere?
No.
Because manager is also an employee, right?
Yeah.
Manager is also an employee. So we want to get the manager name as well from the same table, for which we need to use the self join to join this employee table with itself. Okay, so this is a common question in interview. Okay, they will ask you to get the uh, like employee name and manager name from the same table using the self join. Okay, so to get the hierarchical data, we use this self join. Okay, where we can join the table to itself. Okay, a self join uses inner join or left join clause. As I mentioned, we cannot simply say self join here. Okay, instead of left or right or inner join, cross join, we cannot mention self join. This is not a join type. It is a uh, it is a concept. Okay, so if you have to use the self join will be using either left or right join in the join clause. Okay, because the query that uses the self join references the same table and the table alias is used to assign a different names to the same table within the query. Okay, so how we are joining those table? We are using the alias name, SQL alias name to assign a different names to the same table within the join query. Okay. Note that referencing the same table more than one in a query without using aliases will result in error. We have seen that here. Okay, if you are not having any alias name here, it will throw the error. So if you are using the same table multiple, like more than once in a query, it will throw the error. Okay, so alias name is important in self join. So this is the
One more question, sir.
syntax we
Like
are
when we
having.
are using the inner join, we can just mention join, right? So right here, you
Yes,
also just mentioned join. You didn't mention the self join.
correct. So no. For self join, we will be mentioning either join or left join. That is mean inner join or left join we mention. Okay. So this is the syntax select list from T. Okay, table is T here, but I am mentioning this as a T1. Then I can mention either inner or left join. And again, same table I am using, but I am giving the alias name as a T2. And then we will be having here the join predicate, like on condition for the column T1 dot T1 dot column is equal to T2 dot column. So this condition will be there. Okay. So let's see the difference here now. We will try to join this table and we will get the information about that same values like designation I will mention. And what we need is we need the manager name. So I will just mention this as an employee table E and this as a manager table M. And I want to have this E dot designation and M dot employee name. We'll give this alias name here as manager name because we don't have any column called manager name. The employee name itself will be the manager name, right? Then we can write on condition here. Okay. Now, what should be on condition when we are joining the table there?
Maybe the ID, something matching.
Right. So what it is matching? If you see the result set here,
Employee ID.
right? Manager ID is
An
equal
employee
to
ID.
the employee ID,
Yep, yep,
right?
yeah.
That's same. So we can say employees manager ID, right, is
Mm-hmm.
equal to managers employee ID.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll be getting this result. When I execute this, we should get the data. Okay, so we have seen there are three employees. Okay, we have seen one example. I will just run both it together. Maybe that should help to see. Okay, so yeah, this I'm running both here. We will see with the first example for the manager ID 103. So there are three employees. Okay, do we have any other? Oh, there are multiple employees we are having. Okay, so there are multiple employees, four employees we are having who are working under 103. 103 is for Michael Brown. So for this IT manager, there are four employees we are having under which under this manager, there are four employees we are having. And who are those? 101, John Smith. So we are having that into the result set. Then 104 and 5. Okay, 104 and 5 also there under 103. Sophia and Taylor. So that also we are having into the result set here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sophia and mm, who else?
Daniel.
Daniel. Right. So both are working under Michael Brown. Again, 103, this Mia Harris is also there.
Yeah.
So he's also coming under this manager. And there are other employees like 109, 109, 109. So there are three employees who are working under 109, who is the finance manager, right? So
Mm.
we can say that as well, right? So 109, who is finance manager, William White. So we can see there are 3 employees under this William White. Okay, now this designation we are seeing for this employees. If you want to see the manager designation, what we can do here, we can add one more column into the result set, and the column will be same designation column, right? But
And
this
the
time I
designate
want to refer this column from the manager table. So I will mention m dot designation as
manager.
manager
Designation.
designation. So you will see either IT manager or finance manager as a in the result set of your query. Okay, so we are joining same table with itself. Now there are some employees who don't have the manager, like Michael Brown. He's not having anyone on top of it, right?
Right.
09 is also there.
Right.
111
Mm-hmm.
and 112 is also there. Sorry, 111 is also there. Okay,
13,
she's a
14.
consultant, and there are 2 more we are having, like what we say this Robert King and Jennifer Clark. But that also I need into the result set. What we can use now. So this will show only the employees who has the manager. Okay, this will show you all the employees who have manager for them.
Mm-hmm.
Now there are some employees who don't have the manager, like Michael Brown itself. Okay, he is also employee, but he is not having any manager who is supervising him, right?
Right.
So I want to get that into the result set. So what I can use, instead of inner join, I can use left join,
Mhm.
right? So when we use left join, we will get all the employees, whether it is having manager or not, right? So we'll get 103 as well, 109 as well, 111 as well, and 113 and 114 as well. Like all the employees, whether it is having manager or not.
We can use left or right, any, right?
Yes. Okay. So if you want to see this, we will get this. Now we are getting manager name as a null. Okay. I want to specify wherever there is a null as a manager name and manager designation as a null value. So I want to replace manager name as a no manager. Okay. Or we can say what we can say.
No
Yeah,
manager.
we can simply say no manager and designation as a
Not applicable.
yeah, not applicable something. So what we can do here? So if manager name and designation is getting null, what we can use?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we did yesterday two things. One
We can
case.
use is null condition,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Is this manager name is getting as a null? Okay. I just need to specify here no manager
No manager.
assigned. Okay. As
Mm-hmm.
a manager name. And for the designation, manager designation it is asking, right? So manager designation, we can say if it is getting as a null because there is no employee. So whatever the employee designation we are having, we can tag that designation here because this is the same designation for those employees, right? So he's an 103. It is an IT
Mm-hmm.
manager. Okay, designation IT manager. Same should be there in the manager designation as well. Okay, but there is no manager assigned to this person. Same for the 109, no manager assigned. He is a finance manager. And then 112, sorry, 111, and then 113 and 114. Okay, so if there is a null value we are getting, we can use is null condition to replace that value with some default value. Instead of null, we can replace that. Okay, so most common interview question on this self join is to get the employee, manager, relationship. Okay, this is the most common example that whatever we have seen, it will be asked in the interviews. Okay, but here we are having multiple null values in question. Maybe you will be getting only one null value. Okay, let's say we are having this table like this, employee ID. Okay, then we are having name, and then we are having manager ID. So employee ID 1 we are having, let's say it is an Amit, manager ID is null for him. Then employee ID 2 we have something called Ravi, and manager ID 1. Employee ID 3, okay, we are having called Neha, manager ID 1. Employee ID 4 we are having, let's say Kiran, and manager ID 2. Again employee ID 5 we have something called Pooja, and employee ID 2. So they will ask you to retrieve the result, okay, to get the employee name and manager name against it. And wherever there is a no manager, they want to replace that, or they want to have that employee name against that manager name will be the super boss or something like boss, or is like CEO something. Okay, so that we can replace with is null condition here. Okay, so this is most common example or most common interview question for the self join to get the employee manager relationship. Okay, this is used in HR systems, like we'll be having some HR systems, right? Like we'll be having different softwares for the HR system or organizational charts. We use this. Okay, now the question says, with this we are getting some employees here. Okay, and let's say the question says I wanted to see the employees who are uh, reporting to the same manager. I want to see the employees who are reporting to the same manager, or we can say like find colleagues working under the same manager. Okay, so what we can use, we just need to add one more condition here. Okay, where employee dot employee ID, okay, employee dot employee ID is
Mm-hmm.
not equal to manager dot employee ID. Okay, so what we are trying to do here is employee ID and manager ID should not be same. So in that case, we will get all the employees who are working under the same manager. Okay, and currently it is showing for all. What I will do is I'll just change these to some where condition, so we will get only one
Or maybe
record,
just mention
one type of
the
manager.
manager ID.
So I will just mention this here. Mm, manager ID, right? M dot employee ID is equal to 103. We know 103 is the manager. So I will get only like all the employees who are working under this manager.
Okay.
Okay, so what it is trying to do, I will just show you. This is the employee ID, and then I will add the M dot employee ID as well into the result set. M dot employee ID. Okay, I'll add this, and now I will run this without the AND condition. The initial whatever we are having, I am running this. Okay, you see here we are having all the records here. 103. This is the employee. This is the employee ID, and this is the employee ID of the manager. This is the employee ID. This is the employee ID of the manager. Okay, so this is what we will get. Like we are having if like somewhere, let's say I'm using left join here instead of right join, what will happen, we will get all the records. Okay, even I run all this. Okay, we'll be getting all this here. 103 as well we are getting, 105 as well we are getting, 109 as well we are getting into the result set with null as a employee ID. Okay, but that is not the true. We want only those employees where the employee's ID and manager ID is not same. Okay, so with this we'll be filtering the data where there are no employees. Like there are multiple employees under the same manager. Okay, so if you choose only for one manager, you will get some result. Okay, and we'll be getting the result where employees are working under the same manager. Okay, so these kinds of queries, right? Like finding duplicate values, deleting duplicate values, finding second highest salary. Okay, finding the employees reporting to the same manager, or finding the manager in employee manager relationship. So these kinds of queries, right? You should be very perfect in this because these are the common interview query questions. Okay, where interviewer will ask you to write the queries for such questions. Okay,
Excuse me,
so
sir.
yes,
I'm all over the place here. So can you explain me one more time? Like, you said like on e dot manager ID is the manager ID, right? From the
right.
and later you add am dot employee ID, and you said that is the manager ID. So which one is the manager ID then?
Managed ID will be from manager table. So manager's employee ID will be the manager ID, right?
Mm-hmm. So am dot employee ID is from the manager table, the one you
This
are
you are saying
highlighting, the one you
this,
are.
yes, right, from the manager table.
And what about e dot manager ID? That is from employee table on, it's on the
E dot,
condition.
correct. That is from the employee table.
Okay. And okay, so the e dot manager ID is from the employee table, and like after equal to m dot employee ID is from the manager table, right?
Right.
Okay, because it's like because it's from the same table, so
Yes, it is from the same table, so it
mhm.
might looks like confusing. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so if you use this condition equal to, what will happen here? Let's see that I will use only for the 103. Okay, so if you use equal to, what we are trying to do here is the employee ID from the employee table is equal to manager ID from the employee table, right? Sorry, employee ID from the manager table. So if I use this, we will get any record or no? We are not getting any record. Why? Because there are no employees with the like with the employee ID having the same ID into the manager table as well. Why? Because we are having null values for those manager. Okay, and that's the reason we will not get any record there. So the correct condition would be the uh, employee ID from the employee table is not equal to the employee IDs from the manager table. In
Okay.
that case only, we will be able to get the result set. The employees who are working under the same manager. Okay. So yeah, these kinds of question will be getting on the self join. Okay, maybe this is what we say to finding the manager employee relationship, or like finding the employees working under same manager, or maybe comparing the records within the same table. Let's say now uh, you want to see, you want to compare this. Okay, irrespective of whether it is manager or employee, you don't want to see. Okay, we want to see only the employees who earns more than the other employees. Okay, we have the salary column into this table? Okay, we have this. Okay, so I want to see the employees who is having more salary than others. Okay, so finding the employees earning more than the other employees, that is what I need to find. So I can use this table as well. You, let's say from DBO employee data. I'm just giving this name as a E1. I'm joining with inner join again with the same table, employee data, giving the table name as a E2. Okay. On condition E1 dot employee ID, E1 dot employee ID is equal to E2 dot employee ID. Okay, so joining on this condition, and what I need to find is E1 dot employee name. Okay, and E1 dot salary. Same way, E2 dot employee name, E2 dot salary. So what we will get here, we're joining with same table. Okay, and we'll be getting the records, almost same records for the salary and all. Now what I need is I want to find out the employees. Okay, where the salary of the uh, employee in the employee one table is more than the salary of the employee in the employee two table. So I can just replace this on condition directly here. Okay, on E1 dot salary. Okay, I mentioned like on condition can be on anything. It is not required to have a foreign key, primary key, or like any key combination. It can be joined on any column having similar data. So E1 dot salary I'm using for join, which is having greater than E2 dot salary. So salary of employees in E1 table is more than the salary of employees in the E2 table. Only those employee, if I want, I can get this. Okay, here.
Yeah.
So, sir,
Okay.
quick question here, sir.
Yes.
So when you use on, there is no necessary to do equal to, right? It can be greater than, less than, NP.
Right. Right. Okay, so it will compare with each and every row from the same table. It will see whether the salary is more than this. We will get those
But it
records.
repeated the record, right?
It repeats
Right, it is
the.
repeating because there
Hmm.
are employees who are having salary more than other employees. Let's say one employee is having 90,000 and there are 10 employees who is having less salary than that. Okay, then it will go to the second record. It is having salary 80,000, but there are again 5 employees who are having less salary. So that record also
Mhm.
will be pulled out there. So similar to this, it will look for each and every record. Uh, Actually, it will look for each and every salary here and it will compare.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is just an example where we are looking, we can use the self join to compare the table with itself.
So here, like we are like taking a one table, then breaking that table into two table, right? Same
Right.
table
So same table
and
we are referring as a different table.
different table. Can we do like the same table and referring at like three table, four table, like if it is like a big
Yes,
table?
yes.
Okay,
We can use as many times if
okay,
required.
okay.
So it repeats the name several times who has higher salary. So can we use distinct here?
But salaries will be different here, right?
Yeah.
So still, I think, yes, some if there are same salaries for the same employees we are having, it may not repeat, but if the salaries are different, we will get the same like different records as well.
Mm.
Okay, so yeah, it is returning out the distinct record here. The employees who are having more salary than the other employees,
In the
those are
ascending
coming out
order.
here.
We have, can we do like the descending order here because it is showing on the
Yeah, descending, ascending, anything you can do. So let's say order by E1 dot salary or E2 dot salary, anything you can do. E1 dot salary if you do, we'll be having in descend. Okay, E1 dot salary in ascending order by default it is coming. If you want in descending, you will get it.
okay.
Okay, so in the what common use cases I was told about this self-join is first one is like employee
Hierarchy.
manager relationship. Okay, then employees working under same manager, that we can find out using this. Then let's say we are having a family tree. Okay, family tree data. So we can find out the family tree as well. Family relationship or family tree, we can calculate who is who and all. Okay, so these are the some use cases we are having. Again, the last one just we have seen is comparing records in the same table. In the same, or we can say within the same table instead of in. I will just mention within the same table. So what we are doing is salary one we are comparing with salary two in the same table. Okay, then maybe in the data warehouse as well we will get to know this one, or it is used to finding out the duplicate records as well. We don't have such that data right now, but if we have the duplicate records, that also we can find out using this self join as well. Okay, so these are some examples we are having. Okay, so let's say the question in the interview is like, I explain the difference between what we'll say self join and inner join. What you will answer out here?
Not join, we have match values or something, matching
Match
records,
from two tables or
two
more than two
table,
inner
yeah.
join. Yeah.
And the
Self
self
join
join like
just from one
compares
table,
the
yeah, from
yeah.
See, the inner join is used to join two different tables.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and self join joins the same table with itself. And self join is not separate join type. It can be self inner join, self left join, self right join, or self full join as well. Right?
Okay.
So self join simply means joining the table to itself using the aliases.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we can simply say in the interview.
So, sir,
I
here we
have
have to
a
say
question.
self join is not a type of join.
Yes, it can be self inner join, self outer join, self left join, self full join as well. Okay, so self join is like simply joining a table to itself using the other types of joins we are having, inner left outer, inner left right or full. Okay, using the alias names.
So, self itself is not a join, we can say, right?
Right, it is not a join.
Because it's the same table, single table.
Right. Yeah.
So self-join, we can only use left, right on, not the
Left, right,
inner,
full.
right?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
full.
we can use inner and outer. Okay, we cannot use the cross join. Okay, mostly it is not in real time we don't use this. Mostly we will go with inner and left. Okay, we can use right as well. We can use full as well, but the most common is inner or left join. For the self join we use that. Okay, so
Inner
if
means
it
only
is
the
inner
join
join,
only.
we'll be getting only the matching records, and for the left join, we'll be getting the non-matching records where the
Null.
manager ID is null. So those records we will get here.
Sir, can we
Okay.
use like here you have like the for that self join, can you go back to SQL? So like here you had like this from the select statement you said like e dot employee ID, employee name, designation. You take some of the column. Can what happen if we do like star here instead of all these column?
We will get all the columns from both the tables.
Uh-huh.
Like columns will be repeated. Okay, we can just see that as well. Okay, so repeated columns, same column, because both the tables in
Okay.
since it is the same table, right? So columns
Okay.
will be repeating twice.
So we don't
Okay.
have a separate manager table in the database.
No, we don't have. That is what we are doing here. We are referring the same table as a manager table
Okay.
using
So
the
and
letter. Have a
So,
separate
and if
table called manager.
so if we use this one, like instead of star, if we use that column only, so like when it like replicate a self column, it will replicate only those column, right? Even if it has two table, like it's a single table,
Right.
but while it was duplicating the data, only it will the one we select, right?
Correct.
But if we do the star, then it will have all column.
Duplicate columns right from both the
Okay.
tables.
Okay.
Okay, I'll create one this small table. Okay, the current table we are having a huge data, so it might get confusing to. So I'm having this simple table. Okay, we are having employee ID, employee name, and employee manager ID. Okay, so employees manager ID we are having. So if you see here, simple. The employee ID one is Rakesh. He's not having any manager ID. Second employee is Naman. He's having manager ID one. That means Naman's manager will be
Rakesh.
Rakesh, right? Same way, third employee Sanket, the manager ID is 2, so Sanket's manager will be
Naman.
No.
Naman, right? Naman. And like so on, we are having this hierarchy. So if you want to find out the employee name and manager name, what you will do here, select from the table name is employee details. Okay, we refer this table as employee table. Then I will use join condition. Same table, I'm referring this table as a manager table. We write on condition where employee dot manager ID is equal to manager tables employee ID. This is how we write, and we write here e dot employee ID, comma e dot employee name and m dot employee name as manager name. Okay, so with this we will get the result like I will run this together. What we required is run this together and we will see here. Okay, so employee ID one Rakesh, he don't have any manager, so it is not coming into this result set. But second employee Navam, who is having the manager one, which is Rakesh. So we are getting that. For employee two, manager is Rakesh. For employee three, manager is Navam. Okay, so now then for employee four, Vishal, manager is employee ID 3 Sanket. So we are getting this hierarchy here, right? So this is how we calculate the hierarchical data for the employee manager relationship. Now let's say you want to see all the employees, and wherever there is a no manager, we want to refer that as a CEO. So
We can do the
what
full join.
we use? No, we use the left join because we will get all the employees from the employee table. Okay.
Yeah.
And for one of the employee where the manager ID is null, we will be getting null as a manager name, right? So that we can replace with is null,
But we can use the full join also because we can see the like data from the both table, right?
which you are saying
We
full
can
join.
use the full join to see the data
Let's
from the
see
both
what will happen
tables.
with that. Let's see what will happen with that. Okay, so we are using left join here, and wherever there is no manager name, we're replacing that null value with the CEO. Okay.
Okay.
Or let's say we'll be using a full join here. Okay, so we are getting some of the managers, okay, who are not having the employees under them. Okay, so that will not be our correct result set. Okay,
Okay.
because there are some employees who are not the managers. Okay, but these employees, like these are the employees who are already a manager as well. Like Rakesh is manager of this Navam, then he's the manager of Sanket. Sanket is manager of Vishal. Okay, but this Ram, Karan, and Suhas, those are not manager of any of the employees. So against those managers, we are getting null as an employee ID when we are using full join. Okay, same can happen with the right join as well. When you are using right join, there are some employees who are not the managers. So against that, we'll be getting the employee IDs as a null, and that's why we are mentioning like we will use the left join to get all the employees. Okay, all the employees we want to find out, and wherever there is a no manager for that employee, we want to mention that employee as a CEO or like super manager or something like that. We'll get it. Okay. So these queries, right? I recommend you to go through once again. I will share this yesterday. I was not shared because I was not able to. I will share with Ajay sir, and they will share maybe in the Telegram. Not able to access it. So yeah,
Can you share
you can just
the chat here so
go
that
through.
we can copy?